What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a great night so far. I'm back with Ernesto Munguia from MRE Recruiting. He just came off of an outstanding showcase down in North Miami. Ernesto, want to congratulate you on your successful showcase. You had Terrell Owens stop by, Larry Bluestein as well, had great things to say about the showcase. Kind of anyone watching right now or in a later time, kind of go over, your showcase and how it went.
Well, again, Paul, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so the event I had, it was really successful. Just it's all about doing the right thing, But to run you guys through it, I had a guest speaker, Hall of Fame, Terrell Owens. So just having him, it's just great for the kids and the community, and for me to provide that and set that up. That to me just meant something, and just having a few college coaches there to scout the high school athletes, and also them just not being helped the day of the event, but also after, because after the event was over, I sent the names to a few college coaches that they couldn't come due to COVID, but they, liked how they look and stuff, and they asked me a couple questions about them, and I told them, good things, because it's all about helping the kids out.
100%. Yeah, no, absolutely. Helping local, high school football players. And was it all the players? I know you're trying to get players from North Florida, West Florida as well, the Tampa area. You had one player coming from.
Yeah, it was kids from different areas. I gave out MVP awards. One was a signed ball from Terrell Owens, and one was a book bag from Hero Sports. They were a sponsor. We signed up. Terrell signed up the bag, and our MVP was a guy named British Mitchell.
Yep.
Yeah. He won the MVP signed ball, and then our other MVP, our lineman MVP, was Lewis. He's from LaSalle. He won a signed book bag from Terrell. So they got an MVP picture as well with him.
Yeah, Ernesto, what were your thoughts on British Miller? Under the radar recruit, wide receiver, local.
He did good. Well. I didn't know about him, until he came in, and he surprised me a lot. I actually, sat down and spoke. I'm like, hey man, tell me about yourself. What grade are you in? What school? And I think the sky's the limit for him. If he keeps working and stuff, he's gonna be a 3-star soon, ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he's a Division I player at the next level, and I'm curious where he will end up. Hopefully a Power 5 school will take a chance on him as well. So
yeah, he's really competitive and really skilled. He really impressed me the day of my event.
Any other players stood out throughout that showcase?
Yeah, Jenkins, the receiver that just transferred to Miami Northwestern. He has over 5 Division I offers.
Okay,
I forgot his first name, but his last name is Jenkins. He's a receiver.
Gotcha.
Yeah, real good.
Gotcha. Do you know what offers he has from Division I programs?
Last time I checked, he has Mississippi State. And the other ones, I can't think from the mind, but I remember seeing Mississippi State though.
Okay, class of 2022.
Yeah, or 2023. Yeah. But he just transferred to Miami Northwestern though.
Right. Well, anyone from Mississippi State. I mean, Mike Leach offers you a scholarship as an offensive football player. I think that's a compliment right there. Ernesto, what were some things Terrell Owens, said to the campers? Because we know T.O.'s story. I mean, he was an under-the-radar recruit, didn't go to the biggest school at all. Always had to play with a chip on his shoulder, I'm sure, not being highly recruited, going to a smaller school. So what do you have to say to the campers?
Yeah, desire, dedication, and discipline, just stay ready so you won't have to get ready, and always be ready to compete. And, just because someone's at this level, don't feel down on yourself. Always work hard, and just be ready for opportunities that come. He was speaking that, he never thought he would make it to the NFL or be in the Hall of Fame. He just someone that worked hard, and if you work hard and vision success, and you put the work in, success will come. So he was saying small vision equals small results. You don't want small results. Or, so if you want to go big, you have to think big.
100%. No, I love that. Envision great things. Keep your head in the same lane. Don't look to your left or right to your competitor, and just work hard, man. I love that mentality. Yeah. Ernesto, Larry Bluestein had a lot of great things to say about your showcase on social media. Was Larry Bluestein there in attendance?
Yeah, he was there.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was telling me, hey, man, great I heard from a couple people that know him really well. They said that he kept speaking highly of my event. And at the end of the day, it's about the kids. The day of my event, he was saying, "Oh man, great event, great event. Good for the kids." I'm like, "Yeah, Larry. That's what it's all about. It's for the community and the kids." Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's your goal with MRE recruiting? Because I know this was your second showcase. What are your plans for the near future? You got Larry Bluestein, 305 Sports as well. The Euro brothers were covering. Terrell Owens is a guest speaker. I know you had a former NFL player as well in your first MRE recruiting event as your guest speaker. So what are the plans for your third showcase?
Keep it going. Keep it going and keep expanding as well. So basically, for the third one, I plan to do it on May, and I'm planning on having Hugh Jackson there. That's my goal. Yeah, get Hugh Jackson there, and again, just do the same thing. Just when it comes to success, you got to do what takes you there.
Yeah.
A lot of people get lost, and they forget what takes them there. So my plan is just to do what's taken me here,
Right.
And I would just stick with that and do what's best for the kids in the community.
And I didn't know if you knew this, but Larry Bluestein actually had similar foundation as yourself, Ernesto. He helped basically his buddy get a scholarship to the University of Tennessee Martin out of high school, and that's what kind of propelled his kind of career. Helping out recruits, covering South Florida recruits. Make those connections with college football coaches. And I know you helped your buddy as well get a scholarship. Was he a all-state quarterback at Miami High? Could be wrong.
All-state.
All-state. Look at that. So, hey, those are similar footsteps. And I know you're trying to do great things as well. And plus, on top of all the great things you've done so far, you are now a part of one of the best 7-on-7 football teams out there for high school football players, the Miami Immortals. Kind of tell everyone watching, what is your role with the Miami Immortals? Because it really is a great organization.
Yeah, it is. And I'm thankful to be part of it. So my role with Miami Immortals is just to deal with recruiting, recruiting coordinator, just make sure the guys on that team get college looks and college offers. And I'm just glad to be part of that role with an amazing staff.
Absolutely. And, did they reach out to you or, were you interested in the Immortals? Kind of go through that process?
Well, I always knew about the Immortals and stuff just being, around in Miami. But I never thought, I never saw myself, being with them. It all happened unexpectedly.
Right.
A guy named Jose Duaso got my cell phone number from a friend of ours. We have the same mutual friend named Coach Helder from LaSalle, and he passed on my cell, and then we spoke a little bit, introduced ourselves to each other, and then he gave my cell to the owner named Rudy. So they reached out to me. We got on a phone call. Had a great connection, and boom, I'm a Immortals.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident as well. Like Coach Valle also coached Coach Duaso.
Yeah, Westminster.
When they were together at Westminster. Yeah, I was there too. But so it's a small world. But very, very cool. Everything came together. And those people that are not familiar with the Miami Immortals, this is an organization that's had players such as Zion Turner currently, Cam Kitchens in the past, Terrence Lewis, Romello Brinson, Tim Burns Jr. They get the best of the best. And Ernesto, what would be your role? Because I know you're head of recruiting. Kind of go over your job description with the Miami Immortals and how you would be assisting those guys.
So basically the players in the Immortals, I get their information, and I send it to college coaches personally, and it's just I send their info, just things that college coaches would want to care about, like their name, height, GPA, da da da. And my job is to get that in front of as many coaches as possible and get them offers.
Absolutely not. It's a great situation. You have to social network with a lot of college football coaches from all ranks. In the Division I world, it's the Immortals. They got the best of the best. So it's going to be very interesting to see, where some players do end up. A couple names I have my eye out on: Zion Turner out of St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. Very high on him. He just won a state title with St. Thomas Aquinas this past season. He holds offers from LSU and Miami. I'm curious where he'll end up. Also, Carson Haggard as well. A little bit undersized is what everyone states, but if he goes through a growth spurt, he should get a ton of Power 5 offers as well. What are your thoughts on Carson Haggard? Because I know specifically
He can play.
quarterback out of Miami Gulliver, that's who you've been kind of working on.
He can play. Again, it's what the college coaches want, but that kid can play. Bottom line, like you said, if he was taller, he would have had over 5 Division I offers easily. But they go off size and stuff. But again, my job is to make sure I put him at the right place and right situation.
Very cool. Any other players you've been working on right now besides Carson Haggard? I know you just got the job recently.
Yeah. So I just been, meeting the team little by little.
Right.
Yeah. So just Carson Haggard and a few guys, but mostly Carson.
Okay.
I'm just new on the staff, so I'm meeting the team.
Right.
I haven't got, because the teams they're traveling right now, so
Yeah.
I haven't had the chance to meet every one of them. But I just know of Carson Haggard just off right now.
Sounds good, Ernesto. And what are your off-season goals right now? Because we're transitioning into spring football. So as someone who's actively in the high school football community, what kind of goals do you have right now going into this off-season?
Just networking with as many people as I can, and just taking advantage of opportunities that come.
Absolutely, gotta love it, man. Ernesto Munguia, CEO of MRE Recruiting, also head of recruiting for the Miami Immortals. Young, up and coming hustler. I gotta say, I've spoken great things. I reached out to Coach Duaso. I said, "Hey, man, that is a hardworking kid, up and coming. He's gonna do great things, man. You guys did a great hire. I view Ernesto very highly. I think he's going to do great things in the next few years." So, Ernesto, thank you very much for your time coming on the show. We'll have you in the near future as well. We'll talk some more football with you, and we'll definitely, get back together when you have your next showcase.
Sounds good, Paul. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Hope everyone has a great rest of their night, and always all about the U. Got to love it.